insane PlayStation 2 games that are not really famous as they should be. So check it out. I hope you enjoy it. Click on the like and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you so much, and let's go to the video.
Turn down a fight against evil.
That is good.
Rygar, the legendary adventure, is an interesting hack and slash developed by Team Tachyon, Tecmo, Koei Tecmo, and released in 2002 to PS2, and later on Wii. The game works in a way similar to the first God of War games, but believe it or not, it was released before of the first God of War, and surely gave some inspirations to Santa Monica back then. The game is set in an action-adventure style, with a hack-and-slash combat system. In the game, the player will face multiple mythological enemies, with a razor-spinning shield that's attached to him, and works just like the blades of Kratos, and is an excellent game to play to this day. Darkwatch is a unique FPS game released in 2005 to PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and was developed by High Moon Studios and released by Capcom. The game was set in a dark and dangerous universe, mixing horror, western, and steampunk. What makes it really unique and absolutely immersive? You're a bounty hunter and is in a world with supernatural beings, especially vampires, and you must face dangerous creatures in time to save the world. The gameplay is extremely fun for its time. The environments are immersive and well done. The game in the end features good mechanics and a dark universe. Extermination is an original and immersive survival horror released in 2001, only on PS2, and it was developed by the studio Deep Space. The game is set in an American secret facility, located in Antarctica. Your squadron receives a distress call from the mentioned base, called Fort Stewart. The distress call requests an immediate airstrike on the base. But after a problem, your team will be stuck there, then you must try all you can to survive. This is one of those survival horror games that's better be extremely careful about the enemies. They are strong and relentless, and the game won't give infinite ammo. Really the opposite, actually. So it's better to avoid them when you can. If you try to fight everyone, your ammo you run out really fast.
The map shows that the rendezvous point, Building B, is on the other side. We need to lower that drawbridge.
God Hand is a charismatic 3D beat-em-up game. It was developed by the studio, Clover Studio, and released in 2006 to PS2 and PS3 later. The game has some fans that absolutely loves the game, but I still feel like most of the players don't really know this game. What is sad, it's a very good game, but is stuck on PS2 and PS3. The game is set in a sort of western-like universe and works like any other beat-em-up. You are in a place filled with enemies. As you beat em and advance, more will show up, and there's a lot of types. What's fun, you can use the standard fight and also use items in the stages to hit the enemies.
Wait.
All that with a lot of charisma.
You don't expect me to mop up, do you?
Come on, those guys are cake.
Not to mention, much sexier than you.
Wow.
Beyond Good and Evil is an insane action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft, back then when Ubisoft was among the best, and it was released in 2003 to PlayStation 2, Microsoft Windows, Xbox and GameCube, but today it's available in the new platforms too, and today this game is a little more famous, but just a few people knew this game on PS2, and it was among the best ones of the console for me.
I'm fine, Paige. I'm fine. Still no power?
Nope. Now that the shield is on the blitz, we're sitting ducks for every Vorax in the area.
What a pessimisto, you faithful servants.
The game is set in an extremely interesting world. You're Jade, a reporter that's also a martial arts fighter, and she's trying to solve a conspiration about aliens in the planet, and so the game starts. It's a beautiful game, with a nice gameplay and a good story. The game is linear in some parts, and kinda open in others, and is extremely charismatic, so I highly recommend you to play.
What? Why? Oh my god!
Siren, or Forbidden Siren, is a strange and absolutely interesting survival horror game that is also mixed with some strategy features. The game was developed by Sony and released in 2006 to PS2, but it's also available on PS3, PS4, and PS5 today, and is an excellent game if you enjoy unique and different games. The game tells the story of a remote rural village set in the mountains of Japan. After a secret and bizarre ritual by the inhabitants of that village, it'll be divided in time and space. Through the game, you control many survivors, trying all you can to avoid the attention of the people of the ritual. The game is extremely immersive and scary. I highly recommend you. Spartan Total Warrior is an excellent hack-and-slash game. It was developed by Creative Assembly and released in 2005 to Nintendo GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. And it's one of those games that mix the old real Greece with also the mythological part of the old Greece, and it's one of the best games of PS2 in this style. The gameplay of Spartan Total Warrior is really fun, with combat against soldiers to combat against creatures from the mythology, including some really good boss fights. What makes the game extremely fun to play from the start to the end.
We've got to keep them away from the gates! They mustn't get into the city!
This lever opens the portcullis, so our Spartan reinforcements can get through.
Gun is an open world set in a western United States. If you like Red Dead Redemption and would like to play something in the same style on PlayStation 2, this is the game. We also have Red Dead Revolver on PlayStation 2, but it's totally different of Red Dead Redemption. Gun is kinda similar, and it was developed by Neversoft/Activision and released in 2005 to PS2, Xbox, GameCube, PC, and later on PSP. The game is set in a beautiful and immersive Western universe, with a good gameplay and fun characters. To fight the enemies you can do it in different ways, with different guns, which there's a lot of them. Play in the stealth, or even using knives, and also use the enemies as cover, what is really fun too. So if you want to try something different in the style of Red Dead, this is a good one.
I'll take this side, you man the other. That bear take all the fight out of you, come on! I got some.
Please stay here until I get back.
Kuon is a survival horror developed by the famous From Software and released in 2004 to PS2. The game is set in a grisly universe. In the start of the game, the player must choose a level. There are two in the start. The one of Ian, a girl and her sister that goes to the manor in search of their missing father, a famous exorcist called Doman, and the level of Yang, one of the rare exorcist disciples of Doman. When you complete both of the levels, a third level will be unlocked, the one that depicts an exorcist master called Abe no Saimai. The game is set in a gameplay similar to the original Resident Evil games, with a lot of charisma and personality, something we can always expect from Software.
Where did this come from?
But I think we'll find out soon enough.
Timesplitters is one of my favorite FPS game of PlayStation 2. The game was developed by Free Radical Design and released in 2000 to PS2, but today it's available on PS4 too. And the game got 2 sequels, Timesplitters 2 and Future Perfect.
Sector 1 before.
Yes, I have been transferred here from Sector 4.
And this is one of those games that is impossible don't have fun, especially playing with a friend in the split screen mode. The most interesting thing about the series for me is that each one of the levels are unique, because it's about time travel. So in a level you're in a futuristic state, the other one you are in a Western universe, and the other in a horror-like levels, with a lot of guns and unique features of each stage. What's extremely fun.
A French missile? Ooh la la!
Those are the games, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Click on the like and subscribe for more content. And so long.
Try and shoot